absolutely blown away at how strong this build is. It's kind of scary how good it is, honestly. Very strange layout. Yeah, it's very surprising to me that that this has been in the game for a long time, and we've only just started playing it now. It actually gives me a lot of hope that there absolutely are things out there that we just haven't discovered yet, or haven't, this is very low in terms of like work to figure out if it's any good, right? Play explosive concoction and profit. There's no like multiplication of multiple mechanics work here that somehow unlocks some, crazy interaction. This isn't, hollow palm technique with like smite, and with converting damage, and with like reverse chill, and all the other stuff that goes into that, right? Or maybe even smite build doesn't use reverse chill. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played that, but there's something with like a ring that then you could be chilled. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but that's close to what it was. I mean, this is just a skill. It's just a skill with, a pretty simple tree. We're on a 4-link and just absolutely obliterating everything. We don't have an optimized blast setup. We don't have optimized gear. We don't have really anything. I mean, it is quite little. The skill seems very scuffed gear. And a couple ascendancy points. Off my back just a little bit. I have to go back and forth just occasionally to deal with it, but otherwise we're good to go.
something.
Good to see that that didn't completely brick us. Somehow we got more strength. Is there strength? Oh, there is strength on this too. Okay. Okay. Then of course it didn't. That was a miss by me. Alright, we'll take that node. And I guess we'll take this int node. I don't love it. We'll take it. Yeah, we're ready to go. And part of it is that PCOC was just so good that maybe there wasn't a ton of reason to play PCOC. I will be surprised if this remains in the game for very much longer. I wouldn't be totally surprised if between now and Friday that this gets nerfed. I think that there's enough people talking about it. I think there's enough people playing, practicing it. Coming from like a background of IT and alerts and stuff like that. I'm alerting to anomalies in my network. I feel like GGG should probably be alerting to anomalies in the same or similar manner. You know, 90% of the player pool is playing with this item, or, you know, is running this map, or is using this skill, or whatever it may be. And I know it's not literally 90%. You know, anything over probably. I don't know. 12% should probably be looked at least so that they understand what's going on. Instant leash is so busted. interested to see with the patch notes that we got yesterday, and the changes to, I don't know, was it Mastermind of Flames or whatever the freaking, you know, one of the elementalist things, they like modified one of the changes that they were doing. I think it's yet to be seen whether that is actually like a good or a bad thing, but I think that it's a nerf overall to what they had, from what they had proposed in the original patch notes. But I haven't seen a ton of like outcry from it yet. We'll see if we end up getting any. But I think that it's worrisome that they are that quickly walking it back as opposed to letting it go live. That tells me that they will be probably keen to second guess themselves in other ways too. I'm really hoping that Champion doesn't get reverted in any way. I really want to see it go through to live, the proposed changes. I think that it's busted as hell, right? I think that Frisia Ancestral Commander was one of the strongest things that we have seen, potentially ever will see.
You're well. Ready to go?
And I think that Champion might be stronger. And that's kind of wild. How did we end up picking that up? Shield's kind of sick. Shield is actually real sick. This has to have an open suffix, right? Oh no, it's double rarity. Oh, we have an open suffix there though. That's big if true. Alright, well, let's swap that. There's Stone Golem up there. Let's bring these down here. Let's link the two reds. Let's move that there. Let's move that there. Let's move that there. I wanted to take that one step further, and I can't think of what that means right this second.
Remember, we do this well. Ahoy!
Really want 4-link glows. We do have a scour. Alright, let's do this. Let's do that.
Fair winds and calm seas.
Okay. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. How many of these do we have? We've got a couple. There we go. Alright, now we just need a little bit of cold on him, probably. What other essence do we have? Damn, we don't have any good essence here. Alright, we'll hit him with this. They're so bad. But it doesn't really matter. Put some cold on him. We do have Hulk. Alright, that lets us get endurance charge on melee stun. We'll start stacking up some endurance charges, which is super nice. Alright, we can just dump all this stuff in here. That's all trash. Alright, I think we start working down here to frenzy charges. Or just charges in general. So we still can't proc off of one cast, but we can off of two of Corrupting Fever. We can get Adrenaline off of two casts. It's fine. One thing we want to look at, no, we can't. Would love to get out of this chest. Actually, we can use some of those bindings we got. Let's just pick up any chest pieces that are white. None of them are white that we can use. This one is. It's not an ideal base, but it'll work. That's not gonna work. Okay. Let's go. We'll be alright. And where's old Plank Wing at? Oh yeah, I forgot we're getting endurance charges now. Hell yeah. We need to get Blood Rage back in here too.
must know precisely where he stands. The goddess is watching.
I think we'll be alright to do this right now. I think we'll find out pretty quickly if we're not. Golden door. Fuck. It's actually not so bad. Like, I used to hate when you would get golden door on this, but overall it's not too bad.
Where there's a golden key, there must be a golden door. Let the day dawn, golden possibility.
We're gonna take a little coffee break here and play one-handed.
The weary traveler draws slowly as men with strength
Still no sniper's mark.
failure is an illusion. You were born for this.
I mean, we'll get it in as soon as we can.
Spring and time.
We're just gonna socket start right now. Yeah, we'll pick those up. Pick those up too. Okay. Doors are hard, man.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without complex machinations converge into a single act.
I don't know if we can survive getting hit. I don't think so,
You were born for this.
but maybe. I don't know. We do have 15 fortification now.
Can be dispelled.
I don't think we need to do that, right? Keep forgetting to switch out of Frostblink. I really want to get into Flame Dash. That's unfortunate. probably... Oh, it's a silver door. I was gonna say there's probably a dark shine down in that corner. Not if there's a silver door, I don't think there will be.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must throne is the most
Most of these
devious
traps hurt us. Decent amount.
death and loyalty. And in your gilded dungeon, assailant.
Kind of crazy. I think that's it's GG right there, boys.
Always keep your record. Good to see. See you soon. Good luck out there.
Now that you remember, we do this for free.
I was thinking about trying to extend the duration of adrenaline. In my head, it was like, okay, we'll put more duration on corrupting fever, but it's not gonna work. Cannot. I don't think we'll be able to extend the duration. On the topic of the patches, the changes to Soul Rest are absolutely insane. Like, that is something that I'm going to test. Is I wanna mess around with it just a little bit. Fire, open suffix, no open suffix. We need to be able to fit cold on here somewhere. But we can fit cold on our belt. Alright. Then I think that does it for us. Okay. Oh shit. Might as well put some life on there. Alright, we still need to do Valentina. Let's do that really quick. And then let's check out this Solos thing. So ideally we automate it for Soul Rest, right? What I'm thinking is we do like a desecrate, probably Flesh Offering, or if we want to go heavy into block, then do, what is that, Spirit Offering? I forget what the block one is. The problem is then, you lose out on the resistances if you take that. Only because you're gonna have to take Unholy Might for sure, which effectively costs you 4 points. It's actually really unfortunate. I wonder how much the Unholy Might, Forbidden Flesh, Forbidden Flames are. I bet they're pretty expensive, but I don't know that for sure. I've never looked them up. But I guess you would, they might not be that expensive because you don't really have any reason not to take it yourself, because you're gonna have to, you will go for the PDR anyway next to it, or on the other side, on the other side. It's so unfortunate that that node is so bad. If that minions deal 30% increased damage, have 10% increased life, or whatever that node is, if that was even just +1 instead of +2, it would be way better. Or, I don't know, like they could make it so many different things and just such a generic, boring, like, and I don't know, maybe maybe plus levels is generic and boring too, but I don't feel like it is.
Go to battle, anointed exile. Though my brother and I will aid you, I sense the universe conspire.
1% proj damage per 16 dex. 320 is 20%. 20% increased proj damage. Not too bad. Alright. Let's mess with the soul rest really quick. Do we have SRS on settlers? It's a relic. This might be SRS, we'll see. No, it's not. It's a relic. Oh, God. Yo, this is a freaking... This is a harvest character. Wait, did we have fractures in Harvest? Maybe it's not a Harvest character. These boots are incredible. Absolutely nutters. What does our tree look like? Anatomical knowledge. We're gonna leave this character alone. It's fucked beyond repair. I really wish there was a way to sort differently. Alright, this is level 98. It's not gonna be a super accurate test, but we're not going to use any clusters or anything. I just want to get a feel for... Oh, this was a cool character. That helm is sick too. Yeah, that helm is so good. And this too. His boots are fine. I mean, they're nice. This gear is pretty insane. Shield charge, convocation there. Alright, so let's see. Did we pull? No. I think we have another Mage Blood. What was that tab called? No. I'm gonna remember it when I see it. Yeah. Inferior? Huh. What? Alright. Yo, what's up, Hutch? Sorry about it, I had a AFK for a minute. Alright, so we're gonna mess with Soul Rest for a minute. What we were doing was looking for a Mage Blood to pop in here really quick. Just for some QOL. God damn, we have too many tabs, man. I wish we could delete full tabs. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Playing New League. How about you? For sure. Yes, it's caffeinated. I put yours in the refrigerator. I didn't make it until 6 o'clock this morning. Come on. I know there's a freaking... Where's the tab that we're looking for? Oh, you know what it's called? It's called Tats. That's what we're looking for, is a tab called Tats. There we go. Alright, damn, we still don't have requirements. Alright, let's put some attributes on this biatch. Okay, where's the remainder of our... do you know... You're playing it, I assume, right? The New League? Oh, it's because of our tree. No shit, I forgot that this was all fucked up. Damn, we had a very specific tree here. Why do we have this here? If we apply these points... Yeah, we get tempered by war. Okay, that's right. And that's why we path this way. So we're gonna come up here. Oh. Move Elemancer. Interesting. I don't know if we take Eldritch Battery. We would we take EV there? I don't think so. Damn, I'm super bummed I don't have a path of building for this. Okay. I remember what we were doing partially, I think. We're gonna come down here. You'll do minion at league start. Probably won't do minions at league start. We will probably do. I can almost guarantee we had that. Probably take that too. I think we'll probably do. I don't know. Maybe. It's either minions or. We're running Grace or Purifier? That seems strange to me. Minions or... I think I'm going to start Champion, actually. I think I'm going to go... Explosive Concoction... do... Heist for the first 48 hours of the league, maybe. I think we want to get down to here. Do we have another cluster somewhere that I'm not aware of? Like, what else? I'll do RF. That's the only build you know. I gotcha. How many leagues have you played again? Yeah, I don't know. Minions is a very safe start, so it could potentially be what we start, but we will see for sure. So where is our other Elemancer Forbidden Flame? Like, we're missing a jewel socket somewhere. Or am I crazy? Jewel socket there. I don't think we care about having Rotten Claws. Do we take Rotten Claws there? No. One. I gotcha. Yeah, RF is really good. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. if we satisfy our int, we will have more than enough dex. Okay, we don't need to apply the remaining points. We'll be fine without them. Really just want to test this. Okay, so let's find a soul rest here. We've got to have one somewhere. Now, this is going to be a very scuffed version, or you know, it's not going to be right. We're going to have level 25 Summon Phantasm, and they're going to deal way more physical damage than what's on this right now. But the super nice thing about this is that we don't need to 6-link it. The links don't matter. Oh, we need to... Damn, I forgot about that. The whole premise of this is built around this shield, and now we need to take it off. That's a bummer.
Picture is at last clear. Katarina has a...
Alright. Am I doing with the shield or with the staff? Damn, and we lost a Spectre. Well, that's fine. Fuck, it's not fine. We have to have that shield to make this work. Okay, we don't want to be in hideout when we... the whole build. So, this build was a... it was a Summon Stone Golem build that was using Stone Golem with hordes, and they were just critting the shit out of everything. It was an incredible build. Absolutely insane build. So we'll put that there. Still can't equip that, huh? Why not? Yeah, and it had the minion ascendancy is pretty neat in that this bone barrier, 1% of damage dealt by your minion is leached to his life. And then we would use, there's leech here. I guess that's the leech that we used. 10% of leech is instant, and I think we would come down here to... I don't remember if we would come to Ghost Reaver or not. Whatever. Anyway, this build had like insane recovery off of minion leech because of this node, and this shield does a couple different things, but basically we take Tempered by War, so half of our Cold and Lightning is taken as fire, and then let's see. Yeah, there's Divine Flesh here, which means 50% of elemental damage is taken as chaos damage. So basically we were taking half of cold damage is taken as fire and half of it is taken as chaos damage. So then we have like a huge chaos pool, which we don't have right this second because the build's messed up, right? And we don't have our Mage Blood on. But basically, we only take fire, chaos, and fizz damage. A lot of the fizz damage is taken as fire. I forget how much of it's taken as fire, but this gave us 40%. This gave us another 8% as fire and 7% as chaos. Basically, we were just taking everything as fire or chaos. And super tanky build, incredible recovery. I don't know, it was an awesome build. Extremely expensive though. Damn it. Wow, this is an old Skelly Mage build, we don't want to mess with that. I really just want to find an SRS build. That's Dead Reckoning too. Another Skelly Mage. This one's probably SRS, let's hope. No. What was this? Carrion Golems. Wand is super nice though. All right. But the second build, what we're going for is there's a that item Soul Rest, right? Damn, why do I have the same build twice? Well, this one's called SRS, I'm guessing this is the right build. So this, for whatever reason we couldn't move, I don't know why. Hey, bud. Okay, so this Soul Rest staff, it got a huge buff in the patch notes yesterday. So that top line, the first explicit mod is trigger level 20 summon phantasm skill when you consume a corpse, excuse me. That got updated or buffed to level 25. Huge buff. And then the line that says minions deal 48 to 72 additional fizz damage, that goes up to, I don't even know, I think it's like 88 to 98 on the low end and 138 to 142 or something like that on the top end. Just an insane, almost doubling of the fizz damage that your minions get. So, anyway, I think that this is going to be an incredible build to League start. You need level 60 to use it, which is kind of a bummer. But it's going to be strong. Alright, let's turn on affinities and let's clear out all this trash. I don't know what we were doing here or why this is such a mess, but we'll fix it. Okay, we'll take that off. Throw Mage Blood on there. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out what our tree is gonna be. Guessing we probably came across over here like this. Basically the tree we just put together. We will go accuracy there. Passives granting cold res or ele res in radius also grant. So okay, it's only those. We get 4% to suppress, and that's why we're using Green Nightmare there. I don't think that's right. I think we fucked something up there, but I don't know that we're that interested in trying to fix it. Okay. Guess we'll go all the way across the top. It's concerning that we don't have a cluster here, but we have one over here, which tells me we went to the right side when we made the tree. I don't know what we were doing here. Let's mess with this now. Great. So first off, our resistances are really bad. We have Elirez there, but that's it. We'll take this off. And we'll find an Elirez flask. Which we don't have a good bismuth flask here. That one will work. Okay, that caps us. Now we get to figure out what supports we want to use for Phantasm. So, unfortunately, the only two tags that the gem has, if we look at it, I think is support and minion. Support and minion. Support skills that can create when those skills use a piercing projectile skill that deals fizz damage. So if we look at chance to poison, we've got 15, 29. We've only got 29% chance to poison on the tree, so we definitely want chance to poison gem for now. So we'll go chance to poison. We will go probably add a chaos damage. Where's that at? We'll go fresh meat. Fresh meat's actually pretty good. Okay. We'll take these points there. Probably that one too. We have accuracy. We don't need AoE. Fizz reduction doesn't do anything because we're going to have Unholy Might. For each new quarters, yeah. Essence Glutton, it really isn't bad. I don't think we're going to take it. Yeah, I think we're just going to take Commander of Darkness, which actually, with taking that, do we even need this flask anymore? Can we just craft some cold res somewhere? That has an open suffix. We could lose the... God, that ring's really bad. I see why we're using it because of the requirements, but... that ring's shitty too. Alright, so we'll lose some life, craft some cold res there. What we want to make sure is that we don't lose our specters when we unsocket this. I don't want to have to resummon them. So we're going to first find a ring that has enough attributes to match that, which is going to be difficult. Let's verify something really quick. Where's our specters at? God damn it. God damn it. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Well, that's why specters are such a pain. Let's make sure that Spell Echo's not on here. It's not. So we had Wow Bristle Matron, we had Pale Seraphim, We had Arena Master. Okay. So we're okay there. Do we have Desecrate anywhere? We do. But it's on Arcanist brand. Let's take that off really quick. We're just going to Desecrate so that we have them again. That's fine. Okay. So it actually looks like we could pull this without losing these, I think. We can. That's beautiful. Okay. So we said we're going to craft cold res on there. Let's do that. There's not a higher craft for this? There must be, we just don't have it. How do we not have that? Okay. That's good. We want maybe cruelty. Let's look at that. Nope, they can't use it anyway. What about what's the one? Volatility maybe. Phantasms can't use volatility. That's fine. Can they use... They can't use that. Can they use LMP? They can. So we could put GMP on them. They're gonna pierce already. Can we put returning proj on them? We can. This is gonna be very difficult to... We would put awakened minion damage. Do we have an awakened minion damage here? We do. Alright, we'll use awakened minion damage from there. And Withering Touch might not be bad. We'll do that. 3 green, 3 blue might be difficult to get. In fact, how much is 6 sockets is 350 jewelers? We don't want 4 green, we want 3 green, damn it. Somehow we're out of chromes. And there's no easy way to buy chromes, because this is standard. No Faustus yet. Okay, let's look at our remove only tabs and see if we've got a bunch of chromes somewhere, hopefully. Oh yeah. Let's turn off, okay. Be smart if we did that. Alright. Let's go there. Let's go back here. We're gonna do 3 green again. Alright. Again, these don't have to be linked because the skill is coming from this weapon itself. So, let's take everything off of here. want to take this off, and actually, the despair is fine there. Why can't we run automation here? Desecrate doesn't have a minion tag, but apparently we can't. Bone Offering is block. So, alright, that's fine. What we can do maybe is... let's see if this works. Fresh meat might not be the best idea here. We'll see. Actually, we want... damn. Well, we can't use shield charge. That's unfortunate. Oh, I guess we want... did our AD die? Okay, it looks like returning... oh, returning projectiles does work. Let's just run this and see. Like, D-term has no reservation, but we're not running it. Why not? That could go there. Tempest Shield could go there. Why can't we use Tempest Shield? Oh, because we don't have a shield. No shit. Okay. Well, I mean, for the scuffed version, I don't think this is optimal, right? GMP probably isn't it, but maybe. Hello? Probably GMP or returning proj, like those could be a flex. You know, you could run GMP while you're mapping and then swap out for returning proj. But I don't know that this is very good. Chance to poison, ideally you would have 100% chance on Jules. So that's not optimized. I'm not sure that fresh meat is great, especially because we don't have a ton of minion crit. Let's look at something here. Yeah, we can't even see their crit chance. Just wish there was a better leech. What? I'd be interested to know what this tree looked like. We were obviously down here because of this jewel. So, some things that are kind of positives for the build. What happens if we go EV? part of the problem is we're running Bone Offering, but we're not running Mistress of Sacrifice. So we gotta drop these 2 nodes. That means we're gonna lose 30 Ellie res, which means that yeah, single target was rough. What I don't understand is we should be doing 0 non-chaos damage, I think. Only my physical. Okay. Oh, it's a spell. It's a physical spell. So faster attacks won't work. Faster casting will work though. gonna take a little break.